Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Welcome back for another episode of the BB Dub Youth Chat series. I am very honored to discuss our topic on what does being a man really mean. I'm your host, Justin Martinez, and with me today are some fantastic guests. We have Brother Be Well advisor Mykel Gayent with us, and we have our incredible youth guests, Shamar, Knox, and Mykel Dumpson with us. Gentlemen, happy day. How are you? How's everyone doing?
Doing pretty well.
Doing great.
Doing quite all right.
Very, very, very good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm very honored to be in your presence and to discuss this incredible topic. You know, what does being a man really mean? I just want to start us off with a little bit of what I think being a man means. And it's going to be different for everyone, all of our viewers, all of our guests. But to me, being a man it's tough. You know, society tells us that we need to be tough. We need to be strong. We need to provide. We need to show no emotion. We need to, rub some dirt on it and not cry or be emotional. But I disagree. I think that being a man is mending both that strong and powerful side of you that you do show originally and putting that together with your vulnerable side, your emotional side, and your heart, your feelings, and putting that together as one is what makes a complete and wholehearted man. I would love to hear your insights on what being a man really means. Mykel, I'll start with you. Tell us a little bit more who you are and tell us what you think about the topic.
Well, hello, good morning. My name is Mykel Dumpson. I use he, him, his pronouns. And what it means to be a man to me is a problem solver, someone who can get the things done that need to be done. That's what it means to be a man, getting things done, you know, in the short and the long, where whenever there's an issue in front of you, you have the tools to handle those issues and even protect those around you. I think that's very important. Some people would say that being a man would require being a hero and with self-sacrifice. And the way that men love each other and love everyone else is just it's so different because it sometimes feels like we're put on the back burner when it comes to priorities in our society, especially Black men, you know, all the things that go on. But instead of coming at it from a position of either sympathy, which is like feeling sorry for us, or even empathy, which is understanding where we come from being a Black man, but we need to focus on compassion, which is the ability to understand what's going on and to have the strength to get past it together. So that's what I think it means to be a man.
Absolutely. Yeah, those were some very, very good points, man. I mean, compassion goes a long, long way. Thank you, Mykel. Shamar, what are some thoughts that you have? And who are you for our viewers?
Well, I'm Shamar Knox, and I think I would probably say being a man, one things that I'll never forget is a quote from my grandpa, and it's a man's word, it is his bond. So I think one of the main things is when you say you're going to do something, you need to do it to your fullest extent. You can't go and say, well, I'm going to turn in this paper a day, I'm going to turn in this paper tonight, and then you go ahead and turn it in a week after, because you're going to lose all credibility at that point. And another way that it means to be a man is you do want to protect your family to some extent. And that ironically is what my name means. It means Shamar. Shamar means protector, and it means somebody who stands up for peace and equality. And so I never really forget that. And since with my mom being a single mother, I always remember that I'm here to protect my mother. That's literally what my name means. So I think being a man means keeping your word. Your word is your bond, and to protect your loved ones around you.
Yeah, that is incredible, Shamar. I appreciate your name a lot more now. Thanks for that context, and I love the point that you got from your grandfather as being a man of your word, which is being responsible to your word. If you give your word, you have to stand behind your word, and it makes us think that we got to choose our words wisely. You know, you don't want to put your word on something if you're not going to back it up or stand behind it. So think before you say what you're going to do. That's incredible. Mykel Gayent, take us away, sir.
Good morning, gentlemen, and everyone on this program. I'm Mykel Gayent. I'm, as just stated, I'm a content contributor. I'm also a certified peer support specialist. I love this topic, and the fact that I'm coming behind everyone else. I mean, it's almost like everyone else is taking what I was planning on saying, but it is very, very important for us to realize that what it means to be a man, it might be different when it comes to various generations. You know, as I'm the older of the of the guests here, some of the things that I learned early on, Justin had touched on earlier, having, about man being strong, about man taking charge, about man being, the sole provider. During my upbringing, I actually didn't see that. I mean, but most of my friends, their fathers were the sole providers. My mother, contributed very, very much. My father went to work every day. My mother ran a successful beauty salon business right out of the house. So they shared all the finances. They shared the various responsibilities. Of course, my mother had most of the inside responsibilities. My father had most of the out. I worked with both. I learned how to be, the domestic partner by helping out in the household and things, but also going out and working with my father, with the, with yard work and things. So, I mean, it's generational, but I also believe that, most of the things that that makes a man, is a mental toughness. And part of that mental toughness is also being, how do I put it, being, showing compassion, as one of the young gentlemen just stated. Compassion is very much an important trait. And not only being compassionate, you also have to be a good listener. Because you need, before you can really teach anyone else anything, you need to know about what's important to them. Also, you need to be always ready to share a lesson. And that doesn't mean to tell people what to do, but to share a lesson is to share something that you've learned in the past, like these young gentlemen have just displayed. Especially Shamar, he talks highly of things that he's learned from his grandfather. So I can see already that he's prepared to pass that information on to his kids, and that's and younger generations, and that's a great thing. There are way more things to be considered. I mean, dependability, self-reliance, the capacity for danger in order, in order to protect your family. It's so many things that we could spend a week talking about it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love the point that you bring up at different generational representations of what a man is. It's different from what you experienced, Mykel Gayent, than from what I experienced from my father or men in my life and what that entailed. And I'm sure it's different for Mitchell and Shamar.